What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we will be talking about uh, how to how to sustainably uh, how to sustainably maintain your creativity, and uh, that's a big thing, right? How to sustainably maintain your creativity, and you know, and if like, and I'm talking like super realistic. Like, let's say you have like responsibility, like let's say you have like a part-time job, or you have uh kids, like your schedule is pretty much packed from morning to night, right? How do you maintain your creativity? And so I want to go over practical applications that you can use to help you do that, starting with the first one, which is, look, I think uh I truly believe that your creativity is something that really needs to be practiced every single day. I mean, I'm talking about the thing that lightens your eyes, really, that makes you feel grateful to be alive, right? And so I think, really, for one, if you don't have space to write, or you know whatever the case is, if you don't have space to write, I would really recommend creating space for yourself to speak. The biggest reason for that is because when you are, and this is coming from a place of like, hey, express the things that you like, express the things that you want, express the things that you want to do with your creativity. The biggest reason for that is because it gives your creativity a direction. When you have a direction, being creative just makes more sense. It's like, holy shit, like, yeah, I want to do this thing. Of course I do. And so, let's say there's this in the book, Ego is the Enemy. It talks about how there's dead time and then there's alive time. Dead time is, and this is talking about in the scenario of like, uh, when you're enclosed, or you're in a specific scenario where you have to get something done, right? Where like, you're either at a job, or um, you know, finishing off a semester, or whatever the case is, like, you have to get through that thing, right? And so, during a lifetime and during dead time, the concept of a lifetime or dead time is saying you get to choose how to go about this time that you're in, right? And so, the main to the reason I want to talk about how to how to maintain that creativity despite being in a lifetime or in dead time, but what I'm really trying to put here together here is basically is utilizing the time that you have to the best of your capabilities. Um, always finding ways, always finding a way, and I truly think it's a mindset more than anything else. Is your ability to truly find a way to make an opportunity out of everything, right? Controlling, like, when the amount of things that you can control aren't as great, you have to make an opportunity out of everything that you possibly can, right? Now, for example, and I think this is one of the biggest ones, is your mind, your ability to think. If you can control what you think, do so whenever possible, however possible, and understand that it is a very significant practice to have and to do. And it's also that much more difficult because we have devices, and we have content constantly being pushed into our heads, into our minds, right? So it's very important and incredibly significant to maintain that autonomy, in regards to your mind. uh, and then that's one, because when you think about it this way, thinking, writing, speaking, they're all basically coming from the same place. And so, when you allow yourself to when you give yourself that time to say, okay, I'm gonna think, I'm gonna formulate my thoughts. That is a creative process of formulating your own thoughts. And simply the fact that you're formulating your own thoughts and being creative, taking charge of the creativity that's going on in your mind, that's going to significantly propel you forward, regardless of what scenario you're in. You could be in a negative scenario and still be able to think to yourself, this is an opportunity for me to expand and strengthen myself. And that process within itself, regardless of where you're at, is going to fundamentally ground you. Now, how do you do this? Because I think it's very important to understand how you even get how is this even possible, right? Like, how is this even possible for you to even do this if you're moving around and stuff like that? Or I think when you get a chance to sit, when you get a chance to sit down and relax and calm down and like really sit and reflect and chill, I think that's the prime time for you to do that. You're relaxed, you're at peace, and you get to really have control over, and you get to see and understand, oh, these are the thoughts that are going on in my head. A lot of people, we actually, like, when as soon as we get a chance to sit down, we take out our phones, and that's a very problematic thing because it's stopping that process of thinking autonomously. So that's that. uh Another thing, and I want to have the questions ready, um, like usual, because I think they really do help guide the episode. Nonetheless, uh, keeping your creativity sparked. There's so many ways to go about doing this, and understanding that it's that process where you think to yourself, how can I make this an opportunity? How can I really see the best out of this? And I think that's going to give you a chance to really express yourself and be exactly who you need to be, despite any circumstances or scenarios. Uh, quite literally, because that's just how it is, and I think that's it's a very beautiful concept, uh, for you to practice and take in, because it's just gonna propel you forward, continuously, actually. Alrighty. Uh, what's another topic that we have going on today? Hold on, I think I might have to sneeze. Ooh. Oh, alrighty. Uh, yeah. All right. Well, this is one which is, I think, the the process of creativity, and how it really does boil down to controlling what you can. And I want to hold on. It's March, so the leaves are coming out and everything. But this is what I really wanted to talk to you about, which was accepted diligence, or accepting your own diligence. Uh, this one changes a lot of things, because it and this is a principle that you can use. So when you accept your own diligence, and what is diligence? Well, diligence is your need to go after things, right? Your grit. When you accept that, when you accept the fact that, yes, I want to go after this thing. Yes, this is something that I want. Yes, this is something that I'm looking to do, regardless of what it is. It There's a level of conviction behind it, and there's just a level of strength that goes behind that. When you are convicted, when you say, yes, I'm going after this thing and I'm gonna do it, beats dude it beats being insecure or doubting your own diligence, because that is the worst. And I've been reading a lot in regards to Um, I've been reading a lot in regards to when it comes to your own task and just all these ideas and these concepts that I've been putting together. Uh, I've been realizing how important it is to accept your own diligence, accept the work that you want to do, right? Uh, and it plays a big role because, well, check this, and this comes from the book "The Ego Is the Enemy," which this is my conclusion on a big part that he was talking about in regards to that book, which was you don't want you don't want praise, external praise, or you don't want the stroking of your own sense of importance to be uh to be the primary source of gratification, because it's not reliable and it's not dependable. You want the you want you want the and this is how I've summarized it. You want the acceptance of your own work, the acceptance of your own willingness to work, your acceptance to go after the thing in the first place, to be what feeds you and to be what makes you feel great, right? And that is a sustainable source of gratification that you can have, which is, as long as I'm going after the things I want in life, I will feel happy. And that's a significantly more sustainable place to be at than looking for external praise. And so this is fascinating and this is fantastic because it, and a lot of times, and I've seen this and I've heard of this, and I've where you have these individuals who succeed a significant amount, and they succeeded, quote unquote, what they wanted, what they, right? And that creates a conundrum because now, well, and a prime reason why I truly believe that self mastery is the best thing to go after, because you can work on yourself infinitely. And so you make you make going after the things that you want the main priority. You make that journey of constantly getting clear with the things you want, constantly getting clear with the things you're seeking to build and looking to build and formulating every single day, the main source of gratification. You're going to succeed, and you're going to have success beyond your own even imagination, or that you can also see, because of the fact that it's so action orientated. It's not result orientated at all. Yeah. And so that's a big factor. That's a big thing that I've recently been learning in regards to just work and life, is just um accepting the things that I'm going after and that I want, because it that's that's what's gonna make me feel good. It's going after the things I want in the first place. That journey. And so, yeah. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. A link down below to the mentorship will be there, and to the hoodie. The mentorship is really there, designed for artists and entrepreneurs to help develop their style. If you're watching this and you have your own creative practice or you have your own business, your style plays a big role into the product, into what you're providing. And I help artists create that. I help artists optimize that and take it to the next level. By it's an incredible process where we piece together all the beautiful ways that you work, all the beautiful creativities that you've had in the past, and formulate them in a way that helps serve you towards the future. If you're an artist and you're looking to develop your style, I'm your guy to help you get that stuff done. In regards to the hoodie, it is a comfortable hoodie for you to just get work done. It represents the community, DACPD, and it's just there for you to help get you keep you comfortable while you hustling. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you got anything from today's episode, please leave a like. and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.